picture out and hung it by my bed, waiting for you to come to life inside my head. 'Cause in my dreams I can smell you so fantastic, I won't tell you. Every morning I wake up in a cold sweat. Defining it is futile and inviting it is brutal. Need a warning sign like slippery when wet. Yeah, it's fine, like it's whatever. I guess I'm glad you're not dead. I guess I'm glad that you're not dead. Glad you're not dead. I guess you're waiting in my bed. Or I'm just glad you're not.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kiana, but on here I go by the Modern Sim, and today we are switching it up just a bit and we are actually playing with the Paranormal Stuff Pack. Currently The Sims is having a summer sale and I was perusing through the packs because I wanted to buy like a small one, you know, and as I was clicking through I saw one that's been catching my eye for a while, and that was the Paranormal Stuff Pack. I've always wanted this pack since it came out, and I had heard like such, you know, great reviews about the stuff pack, and I think to this day people still regard it as, you know, one of the best stuff packs. Now, is the bar kind of low compared to the other stuff packs? Yes, but it seems to be like a favorite of a lot of people's, and I was kind of in the mood for some different type of gameplay. Now, additionally, I love horror films. Might be a little bit of a scaredy cat, but I do love them, and I really wanted some simple gameplay between, you know, my bigger LPs, and it also is very season appropriate. But anyways, I do not want this intro to be any longer than it needs to be, so without further ado, let's get into it so that I can introduce you to the sim we will be playing with. Alright guys, so this is a sim we will be playing with. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but this is going to be like a really mini series, like maybe 3 episodes, maybe 5, depending on, you know, what I can do with this pack. So this sim that you see before you right now, her name is Jacklyn Underwood. She is 26 years old. Some of her traits include kleptomaniac, outgoing, ambitious, endurant, and an art lover. Now, a little bit about her backstory and why exactly she is here. So Jacklyn's parents grew up in Willow Creek, but she was raised in Oasis Springs as the only child to her parents. Sadly, at the age of 12, Jackie's mother died, leaving her with just her and her dad. Prior to this, she was really close to her grandmother, Dorothy, on her mother's side. Pretty much every summer before her mother passed, she would spend a lot of time at, you know, her grandmother's house. However, once her mother did die, she pretty much lost touch with her grandmother. This is partially due to her grandmother being a lot more reclusive, but also her dad was just not the biggest fan of his wife's family and always got like this weird, or I should say strange, vibes from them that he could not, you know, like explain. So this miniseries is actually starting a little over a decade since then. Jacklyn's grandmother has just recently passed, and to Jacklyn's surprise has left her this house in her will. Now, before Dorothy passed, Jackie and her grandmother were actually on great terms. They managed to reconnect, and they were even planning to have Jackie come down in a few weeks to stay for a little bit, but sadly Dorothy passed away right before she could. Since Jacklyn, or Jackie, you know, depending on what you want to call her, doesn't have any other living relatives on her mother's side, she decided, you know, it would be a great idea, since she wasn't gifted this house, to just go in and move in so she can feel close to her mother, her grandmother, and, you know, this side of the family. But what she doesn't know is that she's about to discover a lot more about her grandmother and her family history than she could have ever imagined. So that is a little bit of the story setup for this mini series for Jacklyn and why she was here. And like I said earlier, this is going to be very casual gameplay. There's no big story happening here aside from what I just, you know, told you about Jacklyn's backstory, why she's here. Anyway, so now that we've gotten the introduction out of the way, let's finally get into the gameplay. Alright guys, so we are starting off on a Monday morning. Jacklyn has finally moved into her grandmother's house. We're starting off in the summer, even though I might, well, let me see how this calendar is set on. Okay, so we have a week of summer. So I think once we hit the fall, I'm going to change it to 28-day calendar for fall, because I think that would just really be fitting. But this is Jacklyn's grandmother house. Let me show you. This is what it is looking like. It is a 2-story home. I'm not going to give you guys too much of a tour because it's really not that necessary, but I did get this home off of the gallery. So we have the entrance. On this side we have the dining room. Over here we have the kitchen, dining, in kitchen dining table or whatever. Over here we have the living room. On this side we also have a bathroom. Of course, this is the outside, which I think I want Jacklyn to plant some stuff. That'd be nice for her. And then upstairs, this is what she's looking like. We have this room. I'm gonna say this is the room that Jacklyn's mom grew up in, and then when Jacklyn would stay over, this is the room she would sleep in. But yeah, and then we have the grandmother's room, which is now going to be Jacklyn's room. I'm pretty much going to leave everything as is. I don't feel like redecorating the house or whatever. And then here's a bathroom right here. And then there's a bathroom off of this room as well. But also, through these doors is a very secret room that Jacklyn has never ever went in. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and lock this door. Behind this door is a room that Jacklyn has never entered in all of her years of living or visiting her grandmother. This room was always off limits, and she never knew why, and she's going to find out today. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what the inside of the room is. It's actually the seance table, because little does she know that her family was involved in some, I don't want to say extracurricular activities, but they were involved in a lot more than she thinks. So Jacklyn is definitely in for a surprise. So one of the aspects of this pack is it comes with a new lot type, a haunted house residential. It says there is something special about this place. While living in a haunted house adds an extra bit of risk, it's not without its rewards. Just a fair warning, things are going to get weird. Good luck. So I haven't turned it on yet because I did not want no ghosts and stuff like that to be flying around before Jacklyn is even aware of what's happening in this house. But what she doesn't know is that her grandmother left her a little note, right? I'm gonna have her come stand, go here. But in this box holds letters. Right now it's just one, but letters that her grandmother left for her. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the first letter. To my dearest Jacklyn, if you are reading this, it means that I have finally crossed over from this life to the next. I wish that I was there to hug and squeeze you one last time, but alas, I am not. I know it must have come as a surprise to you that I left you this house, but I needed it to remain in our family. This house is a very special one. There's a sort of magic here that must be tended to, so please, take care of this home, dear. It's more than just walls. It's a treasure chest with so many memories and energy. If you ever feel lonely or lost, just know that I am not as far away as you may think. Remember, I'm always with you, watching over you as I did when you were little. Just look for the signs and know that I am never too far away. With all my love, Grandma. So that's what the letter says. I imagine Jacklyn's like, magic? Girl, what are you talking about, some magic, right? I mean, now I think it's the appropriate time to finally switch over to the haunted house residential. I don't think anything's going to pop off till it gets to a certain point in the day. The house, like I said earlier, is pretty much left in the exact same state as what it was before. I did add Granny's cookbook. Let me name the cookbook. I'm going to name it Dorothy's Delights. I think I'm going to have her vibe. It's like I said earlier, it's currently 8:19 in the morning, so nothing's going to pop off. Maybe I should have started this later today, but I know the welcome wagon's going to come soon, and so I'm just going to have her chill. Does she have a TV here? She does. Okay, let's see. Ooh, watch Scare Max. She's going to turn to you and be like, why was Grandma watching these scary movies? Ghost? She's like, ghosts aren't even real, honey. Little does she know. Oh, she turned it right off. Hold on, wait, what's happening? Yikes, from watching TV, that scary moment got Jacklyn's heart pumping. Oh, if that has your heart pumping, then I don't know what to tell you, love. Because you're going to be in for quite a fright. Because I wanted to keep it simple, I'm currently playing in my older save file that I made like a couple years ago that I like started, I guess I should say started. So I have a lot of the like the townies done, not for every world, but like for the first few worlds done. So you'll see like made over townies and stuff like that. But as far as the lots, the only world that has all the lots fully done is in this save from a couple years ago is Windenburg. Maybe in between filming this series, maybe I'll like update the save and add houses and things. Maybe because when I eventually do plan on having her become a paranormal investigator, and so I know she's gonna be visiting like random people's lots, and so I want the, you know, the things to match accordingly. But now she's going upstairs. She said, I gotta go to my bed because I'm so scared. I had paused for a second. So I thought I had paused the game, but I didn't, and I left her. Luckily only like what, an hour and so passed by or whatnot. But yeah, so she's now on the computer. She likes fitness, painting, comedy, and handiness. Hates fishing and baking. So I think I'm gonna have, I know there's an easel somewhere out here, so I'm gonna have her, yeah, it's over here, paint a little bit. My plan is to maybe use the sim for the upcoming expansion pack based off of what we've learned so far about the new expansion pack called Life and Death, and possibly like having ghosts and pack kind of being built around, I guess, the Grim Reaper or whatever. I feel like paranormal stuff will probably fit really well with that pack. My aim is to eventually have Jacklyn tie into that series. So after this miniseries, she might use her for the expansion pack if I decide to do an LP for the expansion pack. If not, then I'll just make a new sim if I decide to play with the new expansion pack as an LP. But I'm actually really excited, even though we don't even know what the expansion pack is about. But I'm actually really excited for it because I feel like it's different. I feel like it'll definitely be a lot different than, you know, the Sims, what Sims got going on right now. Last couple packs have been to add to, you know, the realism for romance and the for rent of the apartment, and then like family gameplay and compatibility and all that other stuff. So I think it'll be a nice like detour from the realistic family gameplay that we've been getting for the past couple of packs. So I'm really excited. Okay, so what I think I might do, since nothing's really happening right now and it probably won't happen until nightfall, probably should start this video at nightfall, I'm going to go ahead and maybe play a little bit off camera until maybe the welcome wagon shows up, or possibly nightfall. Maybe I come back around 8 p.m. Alright guys, so it is the next day and a lot has already happened. The reason why I'm coming back to you the next day and not where I last left off is because I actually was recording, but my screen was not recording at all. So it was just pretty much my audio, and I can't put that up there. But pretty much what happened yesterday night is she was finally visited by some very friendly ghosts. They came to the house while she went outside to have a little smoke, and she saw them, and so she interacted with them. Nothing pretty much happened. She tried to talk to them. They just kind of like whisked around her and then left. This sim right here, her name is Michaela. Jacklyn met while she was out at the coffee shop, which is what I thought I was recording yesterday, but it, like I said, didn't record. So you might be wondering why she's glowing. It's because she encountered one of the ghosts just a couple minutes ago when she first showed up. It was a green ghost. So as much as I'm kind of upset that the first night wasn't recorded like I thought it was, I think this is okay. Like we skipped past some of the like introductory things just a little bit. Like I said, last night she encountered some of the ghosts. The lights were flickering. She had a couple moodlets. She also, last night is also when the door upstairs to the seance room was unlocked, and so she sat down at a table and did her first seance, and so she actually has the medium skill now. Yeah, we're only on level 1, but when it gets later and in the nighttime, we will do another seance. Some of the pop-ups she got, she ended up having a nightmare that said, Jacklyn had a strange dream in which a round yellow specter with glasses proposed marriage. What a nightmare. Jacklyn isn't sure how to feel about it. Pop-up she got when she was doing the seance. Hey there, I'm actually your great-great-great-grandfather, or at least I think I am. It gets a little muddled and my eyes aren't what they used to be, but I'm rooting for your champ. And the specters are mostly friendly, and the paranormal activity actually was reduced. But like I said, nothing much happened. I would say like that was her discovery of the fact that there's ghosts in this house. The house is actually haunted. But not only that, but her mother's side of the family definitely has a very interesting secret regarding, you know, their spiritual connection to ghosts. What is this? Admire what? Admire what? Are we admiring a photo? Like, what are we admiring? Hopefully tonight is the night that Guidry shows up. If you don't know about this pack, there is a friendly, helpful ghost, Guidry, who shows up to help your Sims like get into this whole paranormal stuff. While you wait for that, I'm going to have her actually come out here and paint a little bit more. And so like part of me is kind of upset you guys won't get to see like her first, you know, introduction, her first moments with, you know, experiencing the ghost, but it's fine. And then another thing I talked about is that like some of the outfits you'll see her wearing, though I have her wearing a lot of CC items, some items you will see her wearing are from the pack as well. I think the items in the cast of this pack are so cute, and I feel like this is, storytelling wise, is like a shirt that like she found in her grandmother's closet, some of her old clothes, and she decided to wear it to feel close to her. So, but yeah, ain't nothing really happening, y'all. Okay, here it is. As soon as I said that, here it pops up. Welcome! In a cruel twist of fate, you have ended up in a haunted house, possibly by the hands of some malevolent mastermind controlling your every action. Maybe make the most of it. Surely there's a good reason to be here. Okay, I can handle this. Says, you're feeling somewhat courageous. Any rational mind would be afraid, but hey, you do you. I think part of it is coming from the fact, you know, sometimes like things don't make sense, but they feel oddly in place, like you feel oddly at peace with something, and I feel like this is one of those instances where like this is weird, don't get me wrong, but something about this just feels right. It feels natural, you know? So I don't think she would do too much questioning. She also is a smoker. I didn't say this before, but she does smoke as well. So, and she was smoking quite a few cigarettes after finding out that there's actually ghosts in the house. So, ready for anything from stepping foot on a haunted house, Jacklyn is very optimistic about their haunted house adventure. Ever since, you know, the ghost has been popping up, she's been thinking, maybe this is exactly what my grandmother was talking about. You know, in that letter, if you go back to the letter, it says, to my dearest Jacklyn, I know it must be a surprise to you that I left you this house, but I needed it to remain in our family. This house is a very special one. There is a sort of magic here that must be tended to. So please, take care of this home, dear. It's more than just walls. This is what my grandmother meant about this house is more than just walls, because things are flying through the walls, you know? Okay, so we're gonna have her go to sleep and hopefully something pops off when she wakes up. Another thing about Jacklyn is a very artistic Sim, and this is what I wanted to make her just like pass time in between like we waiting for stuff to pop off. But once it hits a certain point, at like 2, I'm gonna have her wake up. If nothing's popped up, I'm gonna have her wake up and do a couple seances. Okay, so her first ghost of the night has popped in the house. I won't wake her up unless she needs to wake up, or she's okay, she woke up by herself. Okay, plus she's hungry, so I think that's why. I'm gonna have her, she gotta get downstairs anyway, so this is the way she has to go. We're gonna have her attempt communication. Yeah, she woke up because of the ghost. Yep, what does it say? What was that? From hearing a strange noise, Jacklyn knew this place was haunted, but some things are creepy no matter how you slice it. And then goosebumps from getting spooked. She's like, hi, ghosty. I'm glad you're back. Were you sitting here by my grandmother? Do you know my grandma? And the ghost is like, no, I don't. I kind of live here. She's like, oh, okay. Gonna have her get some leftover foods. Let me see. Some collard greens and cornbread. I'm kind of worried for some crazy stuff to pop off, because I kind of want to see what happens when there's bad ghosts in the house. You know what I'm saying? And these are nice friendly ones, and I think this is a nice introduction. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of want to see what pops off when the bad ones come in the house. Then we can brew some tea in a minute. But he's like, it's time. It's time to go do the seance. Alright, sis, come on, let's do the seance. Commune with the departed. It's like, it's time. I must go commune with the departed.
Orogabas
like,
Waxwin. Fabine Bivas.
Ghosts that are in the house, I come to you, asking for answers. Speak to me. If my grandma is there, can she give me guidance? Why is this happening? Oh, grandmother, I am calling to you. Can you hear me? Bula, bula, bula jaka. Let me stop. Oh, lights flickering.
Lefinash. Froom.
All right, is anything gonna pop off, Joe? Okay, there's more ghost here. It's another ghost. There's green goo on the ground. Okay. Anything else happening that's very interesting? Has she reached level 2 yet? Hey there, I'm actually your great... Okay, you said this already. I want her to present offering. Like, what do I do now? Do I just give you something? Like... These are painting I painted. You can have this. Ooh, that's cute. Ooh, what is this? Bizarre idol. Paranormal investigator Claude Rene Duplantier Guidry picked up one of these bizarre idols while investigating a haunted museum in the early 1900s. He found out the hard way that it wards off any particularly nasty supernatural entities, including Temperance. If you don't know who Temperance is, you'll find out soon enough, and you might want some of these idols around for when the time comes. She doesn't like them, and they sure don't like her. How bizarre. Girl, that's real scary. Who is Temperance? Move it around? Do I just like let it be in the house? Like, what else does it do with this? So I'm gonna put it up here. Did I click on it? No, I'm not selling that. And goodbye, Ghosty. Okay, let's talk to this one. Attempt communication. And hi, my name is Jacklyn. I don't know if you know me. Just a tiny bit of your soul, it'll grow back, right? I don't want to offer my soul. That just sounds really bad. Why he's put his thumb down? Does he not like her? He said, girl, get up out of here. Oh, he don't like her. What the? He said, girl, stop talking to me, please. Or maybe it was because she started smoking cigarettes. She was like, child. Long night, huh? I'm sorry, the animation for Base Mental when they smoke cigarettes is so funny to me. Like the head turned to the side, like that part always takes me out. Like, 'cause I know you're supposed to be blowing it, but like something about it's just so funny to me. It's like, gosh, I guess this is my life now. So I'm gonna have her mop this up. Mop slime creature. Get this thing out of here. Also increases the spiritual serenity of the house slightly. So should I leave it so like it can get chaotic? Also, why is it dark? Do I gotta pay bills? Why is it dark in the house? Did he get mad and cut off our electricity? Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to play a little bit off camera again, and then I'll be back when some more stuff pops off. Alright. Sorry guys, so it is later that same day. This is actually a voiceover after filming because my audio actually cut out during this part, but I didn't want to leave you guys in the dark about what happened prior to my audio cutting back in. But essentially, after having Jacklyn spend the day out, I had her come home around 8ish. I had her start, trying to level up her medium skill by doing a few seances, and then once she reached level 3, Guidry was actually summoned. It basically said that he was here to help with the whole haunted house predicament. And then I was also showing you guys that she had received this wraith wax like a couple hours earlier from giving a few of her other paintings to the specters who were just like chilling around the house when she got back home. And essentially what the wraith wax does is supposed to be like a protection thing and to also make your sims less scared when it's lit. And it's pretty much like this magical paranormal candle that you don't even have to have like a candle making skill to make. So then after she finished up her seance, I had Jacklyn officially introduce herself to Guidry, and she thought that he was sophisticated while he thought she was strong-minded. And then it was at this point that I had found out that she somehow found Guidry attractive. I was like, I didn't think she would be into the paranormal, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even see what Guidry looked like, but I guess she can see through the transparent ghostly presence that he's actually a pretty nice looking guy or whatever. Pretty much after that, I had them chat for a bit and truly get to know one another, and then have her ask Guidry some questions and kind of develop a friendship with him. And then also Guidry talked about his prior friendship with Jacklyn's grandmother, Dorothy. That is essentially what happened in this section, and now we can hop back into the gameplay.
Oh, I'm nervous.
Alright, so Guidry has finally showed up. The first question I want her to ask is, who are you? Like, who exactly are you? And he's like, well, my name is Guidry. I've been, helping people like you for many, many years. I actually knew your grandmother, Dorothy. You know my grandmother, Dorothy? Yeah, we go way back. Claude Rene Duplantier Guidry. but you can call me Guidry. I'm a bit of an expert in the paranormal, and I'll never turn down a chance to help someone in need. I've been chasing after the unknown all my life and afterlife. Let me know if you need any help. So that's pretty much exactly what I said. I didn't think he was going to say that, but that's pretty much what I said. Like, let's do why are you here? So, I know you help and whatnot, but why specifically are you here to help me? Well, in case it wasn't immediately apparent, I'm a ghost, and ghosts need to haunt somewhere. If I can crash here for the time being, I'll help you out with the other haunted happenings going around. Like, scratch my back, and I'll scratch yours. Sound like a deal? If you're sick of old Guidry, you can prevent me from appearing with that weird hand statue you might have seen. I won't fuss, no questions asked. I'm one of the good guys, remember? I'll understand if you need some space. Yeah, I don't want you here every single day, but I'm assuming this is what this is, because I was trying to click on this earlier. Yeah, disable Guidry Vigilant, enable heroic mode. Ooh, I feel like in the next episode I might enable heroic mode, but we'll see. And then let's ask him one more question. Okay, let's ask him, what's a paranormal investigator? And he's like, okay, so I've been hearing you talk about this a little bit, but what exactly is a paranormal investigator? Seekers of the unknown. Used to be one myself a long time ago. I've always been interested in things that bump in the night. There's even an organization out there that recruits properly certified paranormal investigators too, like your grandmother. If you can prove your spiritual medium skills to me, I might just be able to get you certified. Okay, so he's like, look, I loved your grandmother. She was a great friend of mine, a great confidant. But she had to prove her skills. He's like, if you want to follow in her footsteps and chase after the side the family has been doing for years, then you gotta prove yourself. She's like, okay, so those specter thingies, what are those? So who knows? Maybe they're manifestation of those lost dreams and ambitions of mankind. Or maybe I'm reading into things too much. One thing I do know is that they love presents. If you manage to make them happy, they'll cough over something useful and put in a good word with the rest of the entities of the house. Okay, so that's what we've pretty much been doing. Like, we've been giving them gifts. Hopefully the paintings keep working. But group seance, commune with the departed, invoke the dead, and summon Bonehilda. Summon the skeletal helper, Bonehilda. I think we'll say that for the next episode. Summon the dead unto the lot. Results may vary. I'm kind of really nervous about this, but we're gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do this, and then I think that's where I'm gonna conclude this first part and see what happens after. Ooh, our chair's lifted now. Sorry, I wanted to put up the walls. Just like, spirit realm, I summon a spirit, a ghost. If you are here, you want to communicate with me. I'm open to it. And you're just like, yes. Oh wait, it's just a specter. Okay, I feel a little better. She's like, oh hi. Not Guidry got a phone, please. He said, I might be dead, but I ain't, dead. What are you even talking about? Food? The police? Present offering. The lights are flickering. Are the lights out again? Let's see, it says, what was that from flickering lights? Jacklyn knew this place was haunted, but some things are creepy no matter how you slice it. Okay, and goosebumps from getting scared. Something ain't right. Jacklyn feels the presence of a foreboding aura from being near a haunted painting. Is it the Guidry one? They cut off all our lights, shall. Wait, what's happening? He did not like it. Is he about to attack her? He said, girl, you gotta stop giving us paintings. I'm not like the other ghosts. I do not want a painting. I'm sorry, look at his little face. Like, it looks, I know it's supposed to be like they're mad, but it's just too cute to be menacing. He said, girl, get out of here with that. She's terrified. Fear factor. Jacklyn is having a bad time. Some who are this scared need to occasionally scream it out for a bit. Try to get their fear in check by staying near a sacred candle or hiding under the covers for a while. Okay, so we do have those sacred candles that they gave us earlier. I guess the spirits knew that, like, we was gonna mess up and get on the bad side of. Okay, it's like Guidry. He's like, yes, use the sacred candle. Okay, maybe I move to the middle. Added 3 single candles to her inventory. Place in world. Where even is the candle? Girl. Can I put it on the counter? I can't. It has to sit here in the middle of the floor. Maybe, can I put it in her room? Put it on the side of the room. Light sacred candle. She's like, I'll be back, Guidry. I'm too scared right now, so I gotta go. I gotta figure something out. Okay. She's like, okay. They said like the camera, the candle. Sis is shaking in her boots, honey. What the heck is going on here? Please. I thought this was all fun and games. I didn't think it was gonna be this bad. She's like, okay, we're good now. She said, I can go to bed now. Alright guys, so I think this is the perfect stopping point for this episode. I feel like we got a lot of the introductory stuff done. I'm glad that Guidry has finally arrived so we can really get this show on the road. I do plan for Jacklyn to become a paranormal investigator, sort of following in the steps of her grandmother, and continue to unlock more information and insight into her mother's side of the family. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me any tips, tricks, hacks, or special information I need to know regarding this pack if you've already played it, or maybe things you've heard or seen. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.